All right, everyone. So today's study guide going to go through our example questions here with absolute value. So for our first question, we have a number outside of the absolute value, so we're going to want to take care of that first. So we're going to divide both sides by -7. And once we do that, we're going to end up with the absolute value of x plus 3 is equal to -4. And an entire absolute value can never be equal to a negative number. Absolute values are always positive. So because of this, there are no possible solutions. And that is the answer. No solution is the answer to this question. Our second question, again, same idea. We want to move this 21 over. So we end up with the absolute value of 2x plus 14. And that'll be equal to 28. From here, the absolute value is equal to a positive number, so that is possible. So we can split this out into a positive and to a negative side. So we'll have 2x plus 14 equals 28. And we'll have 2x plus 14 equals negative 28. So the negative only gets attached to one side. In this case, there's only one term on the right, so that makes sense to put it on that side. So from here, solve each of these equations individually. So minus 14 on both sides. You get 2x equals 14. Divide by 2. And we end up with x is equal to 7. So that's one of our answers. For our second solution, subtract 14. We're going to end up with negative 42. Divide both sides by 2. And x is equal to negative 21. For our third question, the same idea applies, where we need to make sure that the absolute value is by itself. Remember that a fraction bar is a division sign, so here we are dividing by 2. So the inverse of dividing by 2 would be multiplying by 2. It could also be this as the reciprocal, where you have 1 on the outside and 2 on the bottom. So we're doing the reciprocal, which is 2 over 1. So both of those work, but basically we're just going to be multiplying by 2. So on this side, 2 divided by 2 cancels. You're left with the absolute value of 4x plus 2. Be equal to 30, equal to a positive number, so that's okay. We are able to solve this. We can now split it into our plus and our minus examples. So again, positive side does not mean everything is positive, it just means no change. Negative side does not mean everything is negative, it just means one change on one side. And again, from here, simplify. So our first solution is x is equal to negative 7. And our second solution is x is equal to positive 8. All right, moving on down to our final question here. So again, on the outside, we have a fraction. This time it's not 1 on top, we have 3 over 5. So we have to get the absolute value alone. So first we will multiply by the reciprocal by 5 over 3. Make sure we convert 42 to 42 over 1. So we're going to have 9x minus 4. And then from here, we just continue to evaluate as we go across. If we divide 210 by 3, we'll get 70. Which is a positive number, so we are able to split our absolute value.
Oh, were you doing a video?
And from here on the positive side, there is no change. But on the negative side, we make one change. All right, 2 final answers. We are good to go.